We can use him, where they meet with him and then after they go, look, even liberal Bill Maher says Trump isn't that bad, so if you disagree with him, you must be the crazy one.
During an interview with Chris Cuomo, Bill Maher admitted that he is going to go down to Mar-a-Lago to kiss the ring, much like others such as Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski have done. Kyle Kulinski broke all this down on his show. I have thoughts on this as well that I'm going to share. Let's check it out together.
So Bill Maher, as you all know, he's been on a little bit of a different arc lately. He used to be, I'm Mr. Left-Wing guy, right? He supported Bernie Sanders in 2016. During the Bush era, he was a voice I honestly looked up to at the time. Nobody was harder on Bush. Nobody was harder on the Iraq War. And so he built up, a liberal fan base and a left-wing fan base for a while. But he went from supporting Bernie in 2016 to supporting Amy Klobuchar in the 2020 Democratic primary, which is just bizarre. And then recently, he's been doing this centrist turn, right? Where he flirts with MAGA on a regular basis. He sort of hyper-focuses on the excesses of the left at a time when Donald Trump is literally ushering in fascism. It's not even, debatable anymore. That's just what's happening. And so now he's in this weird place where he's an anti-Trump guy. He says he's an old-school liberal, but he hyper-focuses on the excesses of the left. And so Kid Rock, who's a friend of Bill Maher and a friend of Donald Trump's, reached out to Bill and said, I want you to come with me to the White House for dinner with the president. And obviously, Trump and Bill Maher hate each other. They've been going at each other for years. Trump even tried to sue Bill Maher over a joke before he was president. And here's Bill Maher for the first time, I believe, publicly discussing the fact that he's about to be going to the White House to meet with Trump. Here we go.
You're going to meet with the president.
I am.
So Kid Rock makes it happen. What do you think has been the response so far? What do you think it will be, and why are you doing it? Which I'm totally for, by the way, and I love it.
I get it. Well,
I love Chris. I think it's great. Personally, I think it's great. We know you do. You little fucking status chaser.
Doing it because, first of all, it was presented as
a dare.
not a dare. No, just like, maybe this is a beginning to heal America. No, I don't.
A beginning to heal America?
Have some sort of complex where I think I can heal America. I can't. Okay, let's get that clear. I'm not going to be healing America. But if two guys who've been at each other for so long, I mean, it's kind of a Nixon to China thing. I have the credentials. There was nobody who was harder on Trump or more prescient about the fact that he wasn't going to leave office voluntarily than I was. I feel like I have the credentials. But they also respect me because I'm honest about the woke train to crazy town.
The reason they respect you is because you hyper-focus on the woke train to crazy town. He probably talks more these days about, the left is crazy and the left is wrong than he does about the right. Because what the right understands is that there's a difference between what's called your nominal politics and your effective politics. Nominal politics are what you label yourself as, what you say you are. That's your nominal politics. Your effective politics is what you manifest more of in the world. What your focus is on, what you talk about the most, and what kind of an audience you cultivate as a result of that. And they look at you and they go, we see an opportunity here. We see it. Same with J.D. Vance, where J.D. Vance was trotting around calling Donald Trump Hitler, America's Hitler, and then now, look, he cucked himself and he's the VP, right? They see a similar thing with Bill Maher. Hey, he was supposed to be a left-wing guy. He was a Bernie Sanders supporter in 2016. He's talking a lot about how the left is fucking crazy now, so we can use him. We can use him, where they meet with him and then after they go, look, even liberal Bill Maher says Trump isn't that bad, so if you disagree with him, you must be the crazy one. That's the point. They're using you.
And I don't shrink from that, and I've also lost a lot of fans.
That's the first time I've ever heard him admit that. Because of my right-wing turn, I've lost fans. Damn. Most people who hemorrhage their audience because they make a right-wing turn either don't address it, or they pretend bro, we're still number one, no big deal.
The woke people have left the building, and I'm willing to make that sacrifice. But it does give you a certain credibility. So I just think to meet somebody, first of all, it's an honor to be invited to the White House. Yes,
Are you fucking kidding me? It's an honor to be invited. It's an honor to be. If George W. Bush, in, let's say, 2007, invited Bill Maher to the White House, what would he have said? Now, I've been watching Bill a long time. I know the answer to that. Maybe many of you have, but I'm sure a bunch of you haven't. There is a 0% chance. Zero. he would go to the White House in 2007 if George Bush invited him. Why? What he would have said at the time is, you must be out of your damn mind. These people are illegally torturing at Abu Ghraib and Guantanamo Bay. They did 2 illegal wars, put them on the credit card. They crashed the economy. They're Christian fundamentalists and they're trying to destroy abortion rights in this country. There are no areas of agreement. These are evil people. That's what he would have said. And he would have been right. He would have been right. But now, because woke bad, bro, woke bad, bro, far left bad, bro. Because of that, I'll meet with him and it's an honor to be invited to the White House. It's kind of fucking not. It's not. It's not. It's really not.
In terms of all the woke stuff, Elon Musk is constantly talking about the woke mind. In terms of all the woke stuff, Elon Musk is constantly talking about the woke mind virus. And to me, the woke mind virus is the way that all of these guys like Bill Maher have had their minds poisoned to constantly be obsessing over woke and that everything's woke and all the shows are woke and all the movies are woke and all the books are woke. And in my day, we didn't have woke and all of this. Normal people aren't spending their time thinking about what's woke and what's not woke. They're just going about their lives and consuming entertainment at face value. But MAGA and the right wing is obsessed with woke, quote unquote. And you have now these older guys, and it's older guys generally, older white guys like Bill Maher being sucked into this to where they're obsessing about woke.
It's really not. If there was a president who was doing objectively good things and you were invited and you went, then sure. But like the political content and decisions made out of the White House fucking matter. And these people act like they don't, right? They act like they don't.
And I've already had a couple of people who I said to them, I'm just going to take it as a backhanded compliment that you glide right past the idea that little Bill Maher from Rivervale, New Jersey, just a humble kid from the suburbs, was invited for a private dinner to the White House. You glide right past that to how dare you talk to him and that you're not...
Why aren't you happy for me? I'm a small bean. Little old me. I have no power. I have no big platform. I have no voice. I don't influence millions of people. I'm just a humble kid from the suburbs. Shut the fuck up with your leave it to beaver ass bullshit. What the fuck is this? What is this? All of a sudden, he's, reverts to like toddler age Bill Maher, like, oh, I'm invited to the place where all the powerful are. Oh, it's amazing.
Impressed by it at all. I'm impressed by it a lot.
You're impressed by yourself? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Nobody is smugger than Bill Maher. The arrogance is just oozing out of every pore this man has in his body.
I'm impressed the fuck out of it. I get to go to the White House. And yes, that is the structure of this dinner, is just let's talk. Let's talk to each other face to face. Let's not stop shouting from 3,000 miles away.
I have zero tolerance for this anymore. Zero. Like, what would he have to do for you to say, you know what, I'm not going to go? He's threatening 8 different wars, 9 different wars. He's saying we're going to steal Panama, we're going to steal Greenland, we're going to make Canada the 51st state. If they say no, we're going to change the border and forcibly take more of their land. He literally threatened to bomb Iran yesterday. He did an executive order on day 1 to allow him to do an illegal war with Mexico. They're trying to coup in Venezuela, bragged about bombing Yemen, bragged about bombing Somalia, destroying due process in the First Amendment, deporting people for just being pro-Palestine and partaking in campus protests, sending people to an El Salvador slave labor camp, claiming they're Tren de Aragua when they're fucking not. What would he have to do? Destroying the economy as well? What would he have to do in order for you to go, you know what, I'll pass? What would he have to do? Or is there nothing? He could do where you'd be like, you know what, if he nukes Greenland because they piss him off and he said, I've had enough, release him, and none of the sycophants around him reel him in, and so they do, then Bill Maher, would you be like, okay, you know what? Because all you're telling us in this moment is you have no actual moral red lines. That's what you're telling us. You have no moral red lines.
If they expect me to be leaving in a MAGA hat, they're going to be very disappointed, but I know they don't. And I think it's going to be, look, it probably will accomplish very little, but you got to try, man. You got to try.
I love it. Kanye. Bill Maher, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
So I want to stop right here. If you want to watch the entire video, you can go to Kyle Kulinski's show. It's about 25 minutes long, and I just showed just the first 8 or so minutes here. But I think Kyle Kulinski is exactly right with what he's saying here, There's no need for Bill Maher to go to this. He has nothing to gain from this unless he is saying, well, Bill Maher, that is saying, I've lost whatever amount of my revenue. I'm just going to try to get MAGA to be my audience now. Maybe that's what his plan is. Maybe it's like the Young Turks, they're losing their progressive audience and they're trying to shift further to the right. But there's nothing to be gained other than that. If you're actually looking for them to try to come to the center, and by them I mean MAGA, it's not going to happen. It's always the left reaching out to the right. It's never the right reaching out to the left. The right is going to stay where they are, and the left has to meet them there instead of them being any kind of meeting in the middle. I don't know if Bill Maher understands that or not, and if he wants to upset his audience, again, look at what the Young Turks, what's happened with them. Look at Morning Joe with Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski. They had a huge nosedive in their audience when they went down and kissed the ring after being very critical of Trump for a couple of years after being BFFs for them. So the same thing could happen with Bill Maher. And I don't know if there's enough of a MAGA audience that's going to tune in to Bill Maher, but who knows? Let me know what you think about all this. Do you agree with what Kyle Kulinski is saying here? Do you think it's a good idea for Bill Maher to go down to Mar-a-Lago? It'll be interesting to see what happens. Let me know in the comments what you think. Make sure to give me a like and subscribe. This is Chris on Culture, and I will see you in the next video.